to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. I am your host, Jacob Keith, ready to rip down the house for the Thunrder Racing League. That's right, the Thunrder Racing League every Sunday, ripping it up here. And at first, we got tonight the Rookie Series kicking it off here as we rip up Eldora. It's already that time, though. I'm going to have to ask you to please stand up, remove your hats as we do tonight's National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our national anthem here for the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network, also for America itself, the sweet old beautiful. We're here at Eldora, ladies and gentlemen, kicking it off here for the Thunrder Racing League as they wind out the Rookie Series for the 410 Sprint Cars. We're at week number 9, kicking it off here for Thunrder Racing Series. We come in halfway through the series, and we are approaching halfway here tonight. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is also going to be a tribute Jason Leffler Memorial. 35 laps here running down Eldora for the Thunrder Racing League. So we got some hard 410 sprint car action here coming up next. Within just a few moments, they got another 12 minutes left to practice to hammer down. And we move into the heats. So as it sits, we see there's no drivers out there hitting the track right now as the admins are doing their job in race control for the Thunder Racing League. Going over the drivers, meeting with the drivers right now as we have 10 minutes left of practice hammering out. So these drivers are getting their rules in, and all the rookies are getting their last minute word as we get ready for the 410s. I don't know about you guys, but tonight, Eldora, it just smells like racing in the air. I suppose now is a good time as any, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head on in, excuse me, for the weather report for tonight's 410s for the Rookie Series here for the Sunday Night Thunder Racing League as they get ready to kick off the Rookie Series 410s at Eldora. We're ready to see the weather for tonight. And it looks like so far 84 degrees out with 93% humidity. So the track going to be sticky even though it's going to push off and slick off there. Partly cloudy with 9 miles an hour winds here. We're here in Ohio on New Wesson. I believe it's New Wesson Road there in Ohio. For the little under a half-mile dirt oval, that is Eldora Speedway for these 410 rookie sprint drivers. Drivers are finishing up their drivers meeting and hitting back onto the track as they got a few minutes to pump out some more laps. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing here at Eldora. Just a few more minutes for these drivers to finish up their practice. We got about 3 minutes left of practice. And then we are getting ready to go heat racing for the 410 Rookie Sprint Car Series here for the Thunder Racing League. Ladies and gentlemen, shout it out in the chat who you here to root on tonight. We're here live on YouTube, not Facebook as our traditional way. But we're going to switch things up here with the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network. We're going to start broadcasting live to YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these guys have hammered out practice now, gotten the track to where they are going to work in, or where they have worked it in, enough for them to run these 410 sprint cars. These rookie drivers setting in just a few more laps, and we're getting ready to go into the heats, ladies and gentlemen. Shout it out in the chat. Who do you want to see take home the win? 15 drivers showing up here tonight for the rookie series of the Thunder Racing League's 410s here at Eldora. Matthew Goodnight going to put the fastest time up with Paul Covington and Jay Giddings following behind him in second and third. But now, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to slip into qualifying and try to see if they can get the fastest lap down. Matthew Goodnight, Paul Covington, all hitting the track right now as we speak. Right here in the yellow 95, we see Paul Covington. In the red and white 39 machine, we see Matthew Goodnight. So these guys are going to hammer out some practice. Just a few more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. A few more minutes for these guys to wind them out. We'll be back with some heat action. So it looks like all drivers are finally finished here. Trevor Cunha going to be the last one out on the track here to finish out some practice or some qualifying laps. David Clifford coming out of nowhere in the 29 machine, going to throw it up for the fastest time. Up on the screen, you see the fastest time standings there. Connor going to be in the second spot. Clifford going to hold on to first. Mayo in third. And fourth is going to be Rakowski. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Aaron Rakowski. Hopefully I say that right. Corey Gaudu. I'm sorry for butchering your last names. Tanner Johnson going to hold sixth. Seventh going to go to Dylan Subert. Eighth going to go to Luke Rakowski. And Kyle Rozek going to be ninth. Matthew Goodnight going to round out the top 10.
Attention spectators. Will the driver of the silver Aston Martin license plate BNT216A please relieve your car you are illegally parked? Once again.
So we see Martin Duran Jr. going to hit a couple laps here. He was late on getting his qualifying laps in here, so the 27 going to put it down into 1 and 2 onto the backstretch, coming around for, I believe, his final lap of qualifying. He might have one more. Looks like he does as he's going to try to dig down low and deep to the middle. No, he does not have another lap. He is going slow out of the backstretch. So, Martin putting his last laps in as we get ready to head on into the heat. Pulling up the grid for heat number 1. Fastest time of the night, Mr. David Clifford going to sit on the pole. Where is he at, though? Where is he at? Is he there? Where you got to see? Aaron Rakowski's there. In that 33 AA. Dylan Subert in the 33 going to start in the third spot behind the 29 machine of David Clifford. Matthew Goodnight in that 39 machine going to start to the outside of Mr. Dylan Subert. And tailing the end of the field here in that $37 General machine, we got Nicholas Lamb. So 5 cars, heat number 1, getting ready to rock and roll underway. Nice tight formation for these guys down the front stretch as they make their one more lap around. David Clifford, Aaron Rakowski, Matthew Goodnight, Dylan Silver, Nicholas Lamb. 5 cars for 10 laps of 410 sprint car action. Well, hopefully with this last update from SDK, We can have a good, clean ticker all night. But we will see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. David Clifford, Aaron Rukowski. Green flag here at Eldora. At 29, Machine going to try to take to an early lead here. Clifford going to lead him off. Back behind him, Aaron Rukowski all over the tail side of that 29 Machine is sitting in the third spot. We got Dylan Subert in that white dirt vision Machine. Not far off behind him in that 33 car. He dips down low, trying to hold off the 39 of Matthew Goodnight and the 37 of Nicholas Lamb. A lot of 30s out here tonight. Aaron Rukowski still all over the tail side of that 29 Machine. As they dip out of 3 and 4 down the front stretch, leading them off. Clifford going to hold on to the lead as Rukowski's all over the tail side, coming down into 1 and 2 and onto the back stretch. Down into 3 and 4, still leading them off. David Clifford still has Rukowski all over the tail side here. Goodnight trying to catch the backside of Dylan Subert and Nicholas Lamb back there in that $37 General Machine. Just trying to find his line, work this track in here as it looks like it is a tacky, slick track. Fresh starting off. Awesome racing here out of heat number 1 as these 5 cars put these laps down around that bottom side of the corners. They do it in 1 and 2, and they do it in 3 and 4. Here we see the 33 Dylan Subert hanging out of that middle line, almost to the low line there. Matthew Goodnight back behind him in the 39, trying to hold on to that same line as he follows him out, coming onto the front stretch. Here we see a little bit of blinking coming in and out of the Matthew Goodnight there in that 39 Machine. Subert trying to hold on to the third, and Rukowski all over that tail side when we clicked on board here. As he is tail side of that 29 Machine coming out of 3 and 4 down the front stretch. The white flag is out and waving. David Clifford coming around 3 and 4. The 29 Machine taking a checkered flag home for heat number 1 of the 410 Rookie Series. Heat number 1 was a blast. Holy cow, these guys kept it clean and green. 5 cars for heat number 2, 10 laps. Let's get down to the grid. Starting here on the pole, we're going to have Mr. Trevor Cunna in the 54. To the outside of the 54 Machine, we got that 34S of Corey Gowd. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Luke Rukowski starting in the third spot with that 33 Machine. To the outside of him, we got Paul Covington in the 95. And tailing the end of the field, Mr. 00 himself, Mr. Corey Braggs. So 5 cars, ladies and gentlemen, 10 laps the distance. Who's going to take it home? Pace truck heading down into 3 and 4. That 54 Machine to the inside of that 34S. Gowd, Cunna, looking for that green flag. Pace truck heading down pit road. The 54 and the 34 Machine side by side. Green flag here is out. That 54 Machine going to try to hold on to that early lead as the 34S comes out onto the front stretch, taps that wall, but keeps it under control, heading down into 1 and 2. The 95 Machine, Paul Covington trying to get to the inside here as he's dipping the 95 Machine down low to that bottom line. Luke Rukowski falling back a spot into that 4th position there as he's going to try to hang that 33 to the outside of the 95. Side-by-side action coming out of 3 and 4. And the 33 Machine, I have it anywhere to go. Clipping into the 54. Trevor Cunha. Yellow flag's going to strike the speedway. Here we see tail to nose the 37, or 34S, excuse me, trying to go to the inside of the 54 here, down into 3-4. A little slide up and a little tiny tap to the inside of Cunha, and it sends him for a ride. The 33 machine not having anywhere to go as it brings the yellow flag out here for tonight. Hard racing here out of these 410 sprint car drivers. Gowd going to hold this thing off as Paul Covington and Corey Bragg are your top three. See a lot of blinking coming out of that 00 ABR machine back there into the third spot. Corey Bragg having a little bit of internet connection tonight. At 95, going to hold on to second. Paul Covington on the tail side of the 34S of Corey Gowd. I'm probably saying it completely wrong. Here we see the 00 blink in and out a little bit behind the number 95. As the lights are off the pace truck, they come down the back stretch into 3 and 4. The 34S going to lead these guys off. As they are nose to tail, the pace truck heads down pit road. And the green flag here is out. 6 laps left for the 410 sprint car drivers. Riding on board with the front of that 34S as we see him work the wheel in that thing. The 95 back behind him is the 00 of Corey Braggs. All over the tail side here. Coming around for 2 left to go. White flag out here for Corey as Paul Covington's trying to hold off Corey Bragg for that second spot. That 95 machine has the 00 praying all over the tail side as he goes to the outside. The 00 trying to hold on to the 95, but he can't. As Paul Covington has to come off the 3 and 4 and takes that second position. Awesome racing out of heat number 2 for the Thunder Racing League. Pulling up the grid now for heat number 3, and I believe the final heat for the night. Starting here on the pole, we got Charles Mayo in that 201 machine. To the outside, we got the 16 of Tanner Johnson. In that third position, we got the 602 of Kyle Rozek. To the outside of Rozek will be the 85J of Jay Giddings. And tailing the end of the field, we got Martin Duran Jr. 5 cars, 10 laps is the distance. So iRacing doing some funky wonky stuff. So we're getting these guys in their spots. The 201, Charles Mayo. Gonna start this thing off here to the inside. It looks like a Tanner Johnson. Johnson, Mayo off the back stretch. Pace truck lights are off, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to go green flag. Green flag is out. Charles Mayo taking to an early lead here. 10 laps for the 410 sprints. Off the back stretch into 3 and 4, we see the 85J trying to dip to the inside of the 602. Martin Duran Jr. going to go to the outside in that 27 machine. He's going to try to work to the outside of Jay Giddings. Mayo leading this thing off is Tanner Johnson holding off that second spot. Third going to be Kyle Rosick. Dipping down low, that 16 machine trying to hang on to the inside of the 201. Of Charles Mayo here. Going around 7 laps left remaining. 3 laps down for heat number 3. Rosick finding his feet there under him in that 602. Running away from that 85J and 27 is there side by side with Martin Duran trying to take the outside of the 85. Duran going to try to go to the inside now off the front stretch, back to the outside to follow and suit behind Jay Giddings in that 85J. The 16 of Tanner Johnson still holding on to second, trying to track down Charles Mayo. Dipping down to the inside, we see the Johnson, the 16 machine, trying to hold on to it behind Mayo as Mayo is going to use that outside edge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Heat 3 done and underway. Now we're getting moving into their warm-up. These guys have a warm-up. A few minutes to hammer out some practice, about 5 minutes. And we'll move on into the feature for the rookie series here for the 410 Sprint Cars of the Thunrder Racing League here on Sunday nights. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to take it over and give it on over to Jay Giddings up here in the booth.
All right. You see everybody getting lined up here. The call will be coming as we come out of turn 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come out of turn number 4. Take notice, the inside front row is left open. That position is for you, Jason Leffler. After that, the 3 wide to tell each and every one of you thank you for the support and views. It's the 3 wide Thunder. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to get ready for the feature time here for these sprint cars. Starting here on the pole, we got the man, the myth, the legend, David Clifford in that 29. To the outside of him, we'll have the 34S of Corey Gowd. Third will be Charles Mayo in that 201. And to the outside of him, we have Aaron Rakeski. Paul Covington going to start to the inside of Tanner Johnson. Dylan Subert to the inside of Corey Bragg, as he's having a little bit of blinking here. Jay Giddings to the inside of Matthew Goodnight. Luke Rakowski here to the inside of Mark Duran Jr. Kyle Rozek and Trevor Cunna going to tail off the end of the field. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have 14 cars here tonight for, I believe, 35 laps for tonight's memorial race. Off the backstretch, down 3 and 4. The 29, the 34S, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for him. David Clifford, Corey Gowd. Pace truck down pit road, green flag here is out at Eldora. Gonna be some tight, hard racing here at Eldora as we see them bunched up towards the back of the pack. Almost 3-4 wide. Here's the flagman, waves the flag green, putting lap number 1 into the books. David Clifford and Corey Gowd gonna battle for that top spot here as we got some contact down the backstretch into 3 and 4 and flipping and rubbing and beating and banging here as the yellow flag goes flying. This one, it was up front. The two slide jobbing each other here after the first lap being put in the books off the backstretch. Almost had a slide job, but we weren't clear. But we will go back and watch that again here. So as he come off, as the 29 and the 34S come off, it looks like the 34 may have been a little bit slick coming off of 1 and 2. Come down onto the 29, made some contact there, and then a little bit of invisibility cloaks were activated. Both of them heading to the outside wall. Cautions made, and the yellow flags are thrown. So it looks like Aaron Rakowski, Charles Mayo are going to take over the top 2. Paul Covington going to move up into the 3rd spot. Dylan Subert going to move up into 4th. Tanner Johnson going to round out the top 5. Lights are off the pace truck, down off the backstretch, down into 3 and 4. The 33 going to lead off the 201 machine. Aaron Rakowski, Charles Mayo, green flag here is out. Lap 3 of 35 here. Can we get him green and in? Aaron Rakowski going to hang on to the lead here. Covington going to hang on to the bottom side as he's got Subert and Johnson back behind them. They are on that tail of that 95 machine. The 16 going to stick to that inside line as the 95. Paul Covington going to move on up in front of Dylan Subert. Corey Bragg back there battling with Jay Giddings and Martin Duran Jr. right behind him. Giddings and 85J trying to get to the inside of Duran. Duran going to hang on to the outside battle coming out of 3 and 4. Covington has some contact there as they go to the wall coming out of 1 and 2. Yellow flag's going to strike the speedway. So let's check this one back. Paul Covington being involved As it looks like they come off the front stretch, the 95 machine trying to get down low. Or to the outside, excuse me. The 33 trying to get down low, but it looks like he pushed up. Not realizing the 95 is right to the outside. Some contact was made with the tires. And it looked like the 16 not having anywhere to go, but just barely able to avoid it as the yellow flag comes out. So we'll get these guys lined up, put back in their spots. Lap 7 of 35, Thunrder Racing League, second caution out of the night. These 410 sprint car drivers have a lot of horsepower and a lot of foot. So these guys are ripping it up here in Ohio, as they are antsy and ready to go. Lights going off the pace truck as the flagman has the yellow flag in the air. Here we go. Aaron Rakowski, Charles Mayo, Tanner Johnson, Corey Bragg, and Jay Giddings, your top five. Green flag here is out. Rakowski, Mayo, Bragg. Now moving up into the third spot as he's going to try to use that mid to low line there. They are almost three wide back behind him. The 16 going to try to hang on to the outside. It's Tanner Johnson, excuse me, 27 there. Martin Durian having some contact. Tiny little taps. Tiny little taps, it looked like. These drivers are hammering out L4 there. 2 wide going into 1 and 2. Almost 3 wide coming out of 1 and 2. Down into 3 and 4. The 27 machine leading off the pack of Trevor Cunnos, the 54 machine trying to get to the inside. That Miller High Life machine is Jay Giddings also tries to get to the inside. Contact with the 27 and the 34S not having anywhere to go. We got a yellow flag out. This one's going to be on Martin Duran. It says how this went down. He was to the outside. The 85 tapped him here. So let's go back and check out Jay's point of view. See that 85 Jay trying to hang on behind that Miller High Life 54 machine as he goes down low. Doesn't realize the 27 machine's quite there like that. Or maybe he did. Maybe he meant to check up there and it just pushed a little bit too harsh on him. Like I said, lots of horsepower in these 410 sprint cars. And the yellow flag goes a flying. Rakowski's going to lead this thing off here. Aaron Rakowski, Charles Mayo, Corey Braggs moved up into the third spot here. Coming all the way from the 8th position, Kyle Rozek started all the way back into the last position. Moved up to 7th for the night. So we got a couple hard chargers here tonight coming from the back, towards the back. Up towards the front now. 25 laps remains, 10 laps in the books. Aaron Rakowski, Charles Mayo, lights off the pace truck down into 3 and 4. Green flag is out. Johnson has company to the inside. Here is Trevor Cunna trying to make a move to the inside. Miller highlight machine dipping down low with the slide job coming out in front of that 16. But here, we ride on board with Johnson as he tries to take it back with that crossover. That 54 Miller highlight machine all over the tail side of the 16, trying to dip down low as well. As they go side by side into 3 and 4, the 54 machine trying to hang on to that inside line. Tanner Johnson to the outside here in that 16 car, battle for fourth. The 33 machine here, Luke Rakowski trying to hang on to the tail side of the 16, but it looks like Tanner Johnson might be just pulling away just a little bit. Corey Bragg has some company here as Trevor Cunningham looking to make his way up into the top 3 as he's moving his way up from 14th to the 10th spot now. 14th to the 4th spot, excuse me, not to the 10th spot. He gained 10 positions on the night. Oh, we got a little bit of blinking action there out of the double zero. Back right on the 54. Going to try to stay to the inside there. We see him blink in and out a little bit more. Going to give the position up to Cunha as he now has Johnson going to the outside as well. Battle all around. Charles Mayo still trying to chase down Aaron Rakowski. Trevor Cunha moving up into that 3rd spot, gaining 11 positions on the night. As he's looking to make it one more and try to track him down. 15 laps to do so for these guys in the 410 Sprint Series. Looks like we got a slide job from Luke Rakowski to Tanner Johnson as Luke Rakowski's kept finding his legs in that 33 Batman machine. Using that outside edge, he's got that Corey Bragg's double zero in front of him. That double zero trying to hang on with that black and orange machine to that outside line. There goes the black and yellow 33, letting him have it as he slides down a little bit, getting a little loose. Doing it again for the 16 of Tanner Johnson, trying to get his way around Corey as well now. Yellow flag's going to strike the speedway here. We're going to see what happened as we were not able to catch that one as it happened. It looks like Matthew Goodnight going to be involved. Some contact from the 95. It looked like a little bit there off rip. Off the front stretch into 1 and 2. It looked like a little bit of contact was made into that 95's front end. And it was, and it's just enough that it sent that 39 machine to the inside wall. Just barely. Here we go, back to green. Charles Mayo, Aaron Rakowski. Gonna lead this thing off one more time. The 10 machine. Excuse me, the 33. Still out front here with Charles Mayo and the second spot. They got a battle with the 54. Is Trevor Connor going to come up 12 spots now on the night, all the way to the second position. We got another yellow flag out. This one going to be on Paul Covington in the 95 machine. What happened there as he goes to the outside line out of 1 and 2. He's got a squirrely 602 machine in front of him. The 27 makes some contact. But it looked like the 95 could have been going real hot and heavy on that outside line, and just too much pepper for the sauce as that 27 machine enters right behind him. Nowhere to go. Gives him a tap. Nine laps left remaining for this feature event for the Thunder Racing League Rookie Series 410 Sprint Cars. Aaron Rakowski going to lead them off as Charles Mayo and Trevor Cunna are behind him in second and third. And green flag here is out. On that outside edge, we see them 410 sprint car drivers hammering that outside loop. Back behind, we got a little bit of double file action here, but not much, as everybody's going to try to fight for that outside groove. Here are these 410s to try to get that fast groove in. 6 laps left remaining. We see a dip from the 33 machine of Dylan Sumer, not clear, making contact with Luke Rakowski. Yellow flag's going to strike here on the backstretch. Luke Rakowski in that 33 Batman machine trying to hold on to that outside line, and we see that white 33 not trying to come up on the black 33 here. They got contact here with all the 33s. Oh, just so heartbreaking here as it looks like the white machine there did not see the black one coming around the outside edge. Contacts made, yellow flags are thrown here. We'll reline these guys up, get them in their spots, and get ready to go green flag one more time. So Aaron Rakowski still in the front spot here. 6 laps left remaining as the lights are off the pace truck. Charles Mayo going to hang on to the second spot in that 201 machine in the 54. Trevor Connor coming up from the backside in the 14th spot all the way to third, making 11 spots on the night. All the way up to third. Green flag here's out. 16 going to round out the top 5 back behind Dylan Seward. Trevor Gone on that 54 Miller High Life working that thing. Doing all he can. And it looks like we got a yellow flag striking again. We'll see what happened here on this one. Kyle Rozek might have been involved in the 602 machine. We will see what happens as they dip down into 3 and 4, the 27 to the inside. We got some contact there with Martin Duran Jr. in the 602. Holy cow, cars were flipping, flopping, ripping, and rolling. The 27 of Martin Duran. Well, that black and orange machine was able to get through. I don't know if they had any damage, and I looked like Corey Bragg was able to get through that one there. Nose to tail, down into 3 and 4. Green flag. Here is Aaron Rakowski going to try to hold them off for 3 more laps as they make their way into 1 and 2 down here in Eldora. Trevor trying to get onto that tail side of the 201 machine as he is nose to tail with him coming out of 3 and 4. Down into 1 and 2. 2 laps left here remaining. Charles Mayo trying to hang him off. Just a little bit. Trevor Connor trying to hang out with Charles Mayo. Mayo still in that 7th spot. Rakowski leading him off with the checkered flag, coming out of 3 and 4 for the Thunder Racing League's rookie series here. Congratulations, Aaron Rakowski, Charles Mayo, and Trevor Connor, the top 3. Awesome racing here out of these 410 sprint cars. We don't want you to go anywhere because we're going to have Mr. Jake Giddings come on up to give these guys a quick little word interview. So you won't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we got Jay Giddings up here to do the quick driver's interview, ladies and gentlemen. So, Jay Giddings, the floor is yours, my man.
All right, we're going to do things a little bit different than we normally do. We're not going to let it sink in for the winner so we can try to catch as much of his emotion as we can. Ladies and gentlemen, the 10-year-old Aaron Rakowski. Got a copy, Aaron?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we wanted to catch it fresh for the emotion of yet another win. You've been dominating this season every week that you've been here. Run us through your race.
I don't know. I think my mindset was just to try to get top 5. I mean, I don't really run on the sim every week. I don't know why, but my mindset's just to get a top 5, and whenever I can get a victory, it's always a plus.
I mean, you've definitely been good at getting the victories. I think you've been here 1 week that you haven't won. Every other week you've been here, you've won so far. Is that correct?
Yes, I think that is correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, pretty good. Sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank?
First and foremost, I want to thank my dad because, I wouldn't be here racing with you guys without my dad. So, huge shout-out to him. I want to thank you guys for putting on the league, and you guys do a great job, with the Pro Series and the Rookie Series. It's awesome to race. I want to thank everybody watching at home. Thanks for tuning in, and I think that's it.
All right. So I also want to congratulate you for the real world, seeing you and your sister went 1-2 this weekend. So congratulations there as well.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
You going to be with us next week for the David Bradway Jr. Memorial at I-55?
I believe I am, yes.
All right. What do you think about your chances at I-55? How much practice have you turned there?
I don't know. I haven't had much practice at I-55. To be honest, ever since the track came out, I have not been very good there. It's always like the street stocks that I'm pretty good, but, anything that goes fast there, I just can't get a hold of. But, we'll see what happens. What happens, happens.
I feel like you've said that a couple times the week before you win again. So I guess we'll see what happens next week at I-55. With that, ladies and gentlemen, that is our winner, Aaron Rakowski. 4th or 5th win on the season so far for Aaron. Excellent kid. Like I said, I believe he's 10 or 11, something like that. So one to definitely keep your eyes out for and watch come up through the ranks. Finishing 3rd tonight was the 54 of Trevor. Not quite sure how to say the last name, but got a copy, Trevor?
Yep. Last name is Cunha.
Cunha.
Yep.
All right. Walk us through your race.
Well, I started there at the back, I think 14th, because I wrecked in the heat race, which that was pretty disappointing. But there through the start, when the 2 pretty fast guys wrecked out early, that was really good news for me, since one of them I know for a fact was a lot faster than me. So that was really exciting seeing them go out. But yeah. Moving up through the field was pretty easy. Up there till Charles, he was tough to get around. I tried sliding him, but with all those cautions, there was no way getting around him.
I-55 next week. How do you feel about your chances there?
I haven't had a lot of practice there, so I'm gonna be practicing a lot this week. I feel slow at that track, so hopefully I can get enough practice in to get quicker times.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I think I've ran, I think a total of 47 laps to make sure we could do the 50 lapper for Memorial Day.
Yeah.
For the Memorial Day race, and that's all I've turned there. So I'm right there with you. Sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting you here on the podium?
I'd just like to thank you guys for hosting the show, and yeah, that's pretty much it. One man crew.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Trevor finishing third tonight. Your second place finisher, very common up here in the booth. Mayo, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, run us through your night a little bit.
That track just sort of boring until it gets the slick going, and then you're pinching the seat with your butt trying not to hit the wall. So other than that, yeah, it was a good time. About halfway through, that middle opened up a little bit and got to run a couple sliders, and I got up on there, but I figured him being able to run top the way he does, I didn't. It was going to take somebody probably a little more talent than I had to get around him. So Trevor come on. I figured if I had a shot, I'd be third, but he didn't come on. He got by me and next to the last caution, and luckily for my sake, the caution come out, and then he never really got back up toward me as bad, but he's a heck of a little driver.
Yeah, you just answered my next question. I was going to ask if you'd have had anything for Aaron to break that streak. He's only lost once for the show he's been in. So,
well, when you got these tracks that are top dominant and you can run top dominant in the rookie series, you're going to win a lot of races, and it ain't a knock on nobody. It's just it's a different world up there next to that wall. And if you can run it, you can run it.
Yeah, and Aaron's made it very clear he comes from a fendered background, hop the street stocks and late models primarily, and you know they're always up at the wall.
Oh yeah. He's come a long ways even from last year.
Yeah, definitely awesome to see a kid do that good. I-55 next week. What are your chances there?
That's what we was talking about a while ago. We got that track. We're about 2 hours away from it, and we watched that Iron Man and up at Peevely, and it's fun at live, but driving it is a handful. It's a mean little track. It'll be a test, I think, for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, look at Kokomo. It's kind of the same thing, and we always end up getting some of the best races of the year out of Kokomo. So.
True, but Kokomo's also about 3 tracks wider than Peevely, so.
yeah, that's true. Sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting you this second place tonight?
Same as always. I had Jordan on me, telling me, help me out on spotting me, and Dylan helps me out and got the SEMO Speed Shop, and just trying to get a little better every week. Appreciate you all putting this series on. It's helped a lot of drivers over the couple years I've been on here, and I see a lot of people getting better, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean that's our goal, even with us combining the 2 series next year or for the next season, and expanding. We're hoping to expand, get everybody better, and continue to step up from the lower powered stuff to the high horsepower stuff every week. So.
Right.
We're still trying to focus on that, helping people grow even next season as we combine the leagues back and expand with different classes. So.
Yeah, I mean you'll see your good drivers excel at it, but you'll see guys like me that run somewhat decent, but don't do real good on the slick, and you'll have to run the slick with the pros because it's just going to be top to bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get slicker than what the rookies are used to. So
yes,
definitely an encouragement to run the All-Star race because that's going to slick off about like we are for all the races next season. So.
Right. Yes, sir. No, I appreciate what y'all do.
All right. Well, we appreciate you sticking it out. I know you've been with us for quite a while there, Charles. So.
Yeah, I
we
like
appreciate
it.
you.
Good. Yeah, you all run a tight ship. Ain't no BS, and that's good to me.
Glad to hear it. All right, that was your second place finisher, the 201 of Charles Mayo. The Pro Series lobby should be starting here in about 2 minutes. With that, I'm going to hand it back over to you, Jacob, and let you decide whether we're going to continue this on and you just want to fill up some more time or stop the stream and fire it back up.
All right, man. Thank you, Jay, for coming in doing the interviews. As always, I'm not even that good at doing them. So, yeah, we'll probably end up shutting the stream down and firing up a new one for the Pro Series here. This was the Rookie Series for the Thunder Racing League, and I have been your host, Jacob Keith, all night for these Rookie Series 410 sprint cars with the Thunder Racing League. And as always, I just got to say, don't do anything I wouldn't do unless you name it after me. So until next time, woof woof, much out love.